What happens when you can no longer tell if something is parody or reality? What is that an indicator of? People missing the point. People completely missing, wow, you walked right in. Okay, you're just going to be a hypocrite like that then. All right. Wow. Irony relies on vantage point. The only way we can conceive of irony is if we have exterior knowledge. What does that mean? What am I saying? Okay, you're watching a character and the character is doing something and you're thinking to yourself, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. That's dramatic irony. You have perspective the character doesn't have. You want to interfere with the story because you can see where it can be changed, but you can't. And it's just going to play out like that. But that's what the catharsis comes from. You seeing it play out exactly the way you predicted it would and saying, yep, all right, well, I feel better about myself. I made the right choices. He made the mistake. If you are in the play, right, if you are the person making the mistakes, you don't have that vantage. You don't have the external information. You can't see outside of the plot. You become the irony. You are the irony playing out for everyone else to watch. Narcissists have no external information. The only information is up here. Their reality supersedes all. Empathy is broken down. They don't conceive of other people as being real people functioning in the world. They are NPCs or foils or a means to an end. When you treat people that way, when you conceive of reality that way, you gain no outside information. Instead, you try to take what you know to be true and force it in the world. I'm going to be right because I'm going to make everyone obey. Yeah, then everybody will be a cishet straight white male or recognize the superiority because I'm forcing them to. See, they don't have external information, so they have to make the world look like them. If they can't find a mirror, they will make one, and you may become one for them. But because they have no external information, they've got no vantage. So they just play out the irony right in front of all of us, looking on, going, God damn it, can you just... why would you do that? Don't you know what's gonna happen? Narcissists embody irony. They embody hypocrisy. And they force the rest of the world to try and accept it. So when parody and reality become one, it should tell you we have reached critical mass of narcissism playing out in our culture. Critical mass, meaning we're about to implode if we don't do something to change this chemistry. We've got too much knowledge to let it go the bad way. So we've got to, each one of us, therapize the fuck out of each other. We've got to get back the standards of behavior that make us decent people. We've got to get back the notion of manners and etiquette, of maintaining boundaries and being okay with other people maintaining boundaries. We have got to get away from this concept that manipulation is conversation. No, sorry, not true. Watch the interview on Fox. If you thought that that was an interview or a conversation and was perfectly normal, something's wrong with you. That was manipulation playing out. All of the things that Bret Baier did during that interview were manipulative. They were manipulative techniques, rhetorical devices. They were not designed to have a conversation and get someone's perspective on something. They were designed to manipulate someone into saying something that you can then further use to further your agenda. That interview was a study in bad personal skills. It was a study in what not to do to be a good communicator. We have got to get away from the thought process that that is acceptable behavior. Same with Fox. Fox News. None of their news is actually news. It's all editorial, meaning a person's opinion. They take a fact and they insert a shit ton of adjectives and mischaracterizations to the point where they're making perfectly legal things that happen every day into these exceptional moments, a la January 6th. No one has ever in the history of our country given a shit about the certification of the election. Not one of us. It's just a standard event that happens every year. But all of a sudden, they've got beef with the results, so they've got to fuck with the certification, and the certification of the vote becomes some pivotal moment wherein the vice president has the ability to overturn the democratic election. Sorry, no, stop building features in. This is not conversation we're having. This is one side trying to be abusive and manipulative, and the other side that has taken it for a long time but really needs to start changing the dynamic. We have a critical mass of narcissistic behavior, and I'm not talking about diagnoses, okay? I'm talking about the patterns of behavior, the learned behavior that acts on the world in the same pattern. It is just learned behavior. It can be unlearned. But we've got to actually start doing that. That's why the onion isn't the onion anymore. And by God, I need it to be again. I need the division back, guys. This is what I meant, what I said yesterday, that I would like very much for my fiction and my reality to come apart from one another and stop looking like one another. Okay, we got to get away from that. The only way to do it is to get rid of the irony. The only way to get rid of the irony is to get rid of the narcissism, guys. Hope you're connecting with what I'm saying. But this is why this moment is Shakespearean and why Donald Trump is perfect. Donald Trump is Neo. Donald Trump is the end point of our culture. He is the terminus of this equation. I'm not joking. Look at it. We have built this mythology into our culture for centuries, and we've been maintaining it, and it's breaking down. The facade is breaking down. White, cishet, Christian, male, they are not superior. We can all see it. It's ridiculous now. It's breaking down. So, of course, they are acting just like narcissists and trying to defend the facade. And we are watching the behavior play out right in front of us. And it is abusing all of us, and that abuse is contributing to the same pattern of behavior being built into others. People pick up narcissism from people who are narcissistic. It's one of those things that we learn and we can unlearn. It's perfect that Donald Trump is a reality TV star, that his entire empire is fraud. Always has been fraud. It's all fake. He's fake from head to toe. Fake hair, fake teeth, fake tan, fake fucking stomach. He wears a girdle. He's got lifts in his shoes. I'm telling you. He's fake from head to toe because he was always obsessed with appearances, the facade, pretending to be the successful businessman. Doesn't actually have what it takes to make it happen. It's all facade. And The Apprentice, the show, made that happen for him by regenerating his career and making it appear as if he was an actual legitimate business person. It was that public impression that got him elected. He is entirely manufactured, and he's built his rhetoric, his talking points, the way he manages his base, identically on the speeches of Hitler. I dissected them yesterday for you. Hitler's speeches, the book of Hitler's speeches was right beside him on his bedside table, reported by Ivana. So I'm telling you, that's the one book he read. Yeah. He read that book. He knows those words, so he's going to use them. Right. It's the facade. It's about maintaining the facade. And it is perfect that his name is Trump. Flashy, shiny object of absolutely no value. Fraud. Trumpery. It is a perfect representation of our culture. This is a man who is self-centered to his core. It makes sense that he's a TV personality. Donald Trump is the irony walking around. He is the irony, the pimple head of our festering hypocrisy. He is the end point. We gotta pop this bitch and get rid of him, please. I'm sorry for the metaphor, but cure your own patterns of behavior you've acquired from this culture. Cure yourself of them. Bring back accepting boundaries. Bring back apologizing for real. Bring back interpreting facts, not remaking history every time your feelings get hurt. We gotta fix this. We gotta fix it. So somebody's gotta say something, guys. We gotta say something. I gotta say something about this. I'm gonna keep talking about it because it's driving me nuts. I need the onion to be the onion again. Okay? I need it for my mental health. All right? All right? Okay.